Hey yo, what's up ladies? The king is back! Oh yeah, I took a little break from the Balisong content there for a sec, but now I'm nice and refreshed. No offense to you guys, but I just needed a minute away from you. Yeah, I love you guys, but you know, there's a lot of toxicity in this group. Some of you guys stink, but I'm the same way with like all my friends and family too. Like, I have so many amazing friends that I love, but you know, I can only be around them for so long until I want to start kicking people in the throat, you know? Am I not alone in feeling that way, or is my autism just going into overdrive right now? Am I just risen them with the tism a little too much? So I ran away to the guitar community for a little bit, which, you know, is obviously the symbol of purity. But no, I just needed a little break from the Balisong content for a minute. But we're back, and today we're gonna do something different. We all know that I love titanium Balisongs, and we all know that I hate aluminum Balisongs, but I've never really talked about plastic Balisongs, and that's because, well, I've just never been interested in them, to be honest. Everyone's raving about their zippies and their flip forge edits, and I was just like, I'm okay. But anywhooser, what is up guys? Den BMX here, and today we're going to be checking out our first official plastic Balisong here on the channel. But which one is it going to be, you might ask? Well, you impatient little urethra, let me just grab this little scrotum right here, and let's find out what lies within. Woo! There we go. Now you're all caught up. What else comes in this little pouch? Ooh, a bunch of industrial grade bull tranquilizers. This right here is known as the DragonFly, and it is made by a brand called FlippingFlys. Anyway, FlippingFlys slid into the DMs and he was like, hey Den, I know you don't really get too nasty with the plastic Balisongs, but I am gonna start making this new one in all these quirky colors, and if you are interested and you want to review it, I can send you one over. So I was like, you know what? Screw it. We'll try it out. So I said yes a while ago already, and finally a couple days ago, I have received a DragonFly. And this thing is pretty dang interesting. Now, real quick before we continue, I just want to thank you guys for all the recent love and support you've shown me on all my videos. It truly does mean a lot. As always, if you guys go on to enjoy this video, I would appreciate it if you let me know. Now, me please my dominatrix known as the YouTube algorithm by leaving a like, leave a comment, give me your thoughts and opinions, maybe share the video around. And if you regularly watch this channel and you haven't already subscribed, then maybe that would explain why your parents disowned you, you sad, creepy little bag of diarrhea. We are now less than 300 subscribers away from hitting 17,000, and guys, I'm like ovulating. I'm so excited. You know what? I know exactly what's gonna get you disgusting little creatures to subscribe and get us to 17,000. It's no secret that a lot of you in the Balisong community have this strong, unstoppable, unrelentingly intense foot fetish for other guys' feet. So you know what? I'll pander to you. You get me to 17,000 subs, I'll show you guys my dogs. Is that what you sick little weirdos want? Well, I can make that happen if you really want me to. I'll show both of them. Yeah, you'd like that, wouldn't you? You abhorrent abomination to anything holy that exists in this world. But I'm done pandering to you sick deviants for now. There's a plastic Balisong that we have to review. But first we should actually know what it's made of and how it's constructed, of which I have no idea. Luckily for me, there's a little pamphlet right here that I can read off to you guys, because that's what exciting YouTube content's made out of, ain't it guys? Hey, it's a sticker. Nice cock. So this is the DragonFly. The total length open is 10.250 inches. The total length closed is 5.875 inches. The handle length is 5.625 inches. The handle thickness is 0.500 inches. The blade length is 4.875 inches. The weight is 3.1 to 3.3 ounces, depending on which weights you have in it. The handle material is made out of PETG. I don't know if people just call that PETG or PETIG or what, but the blade material is made out of TPU. I don't know if people call that TPU or whatever. It is a pinsless Balisong with channel handles. This thing comes with bushings and floating washers, and it's latchless. Now the features of this Balisong, it is designed with tricks in mind. We've tried to balance both the texture and grooves of the handles to provide not only a comfortable flipping experience, but also enough location indicators and grip points to help your fingers learn new tricks while keeping your flow. It has a configurable balance. Using the adjustable weight system in both of the handles and the blade, you can configure the balance of your DragonFly to meet your specific preference. Simply swap out the screws or remove the blade stud to change the balance to one of 12 configurations configurations, from heavy blade bias to neutral to heavy handle bias. It comes with a smooth flow. You hear that, ladies? With no tuning required. The nylon bushing and floating washer pivot system combined with the flex blade eliminates the need for tuning while still providing a smooth flow and free swing. For a plastic balisong, this thing's designed to be pretty dang durable as well. The channel design, monolithic construction, and durable material work together to resist handle damage from drops. Additionally, the rubberized flexibility of the flex blade reduces the potential for damage at the pivots and to the blade itself. That's the one interesting thing about this balisong, is the blade is a little bendy and twisty and turny. And to top it all off, there is a fly for every style. The combination of materials provides a fantastic look and feel, and a broad color section means there's a color that matches your specific style. You hear that, Brandon? They make a gross red one just for you. Now we could just sit here and talk about this pretty little thing all day, but I think you guys would much rather we go actually flip it while we talk about it. So let's go do that.
All right, my friends.
Let's see what this sucker's all about. So I've already flipped this thing a little bit, and I gotta say, this plastic balisong is actually quite fun. I think I may have missed out on a bit of a hype train there early on, back in my anti-plastic balisong days. It feels like regular flipping, but it just feels a little bit more toy-esque, if that makes sense. Very light. It's just over 3 ounces, I believe. And I'm having quite a grand old time flipping this thing. That was a double scissor first try, BT dubs. Ooh, ladder into a scissor. Let's see. Ooh, that felt good. Regular fans and choker fans feel good, but palm fans feel a little funny. I mean, like, I can get them going. It just feels a little weird. It just feels a little bit more awkward. Doesn't feel like it's doing it as fluidly as it would, say, a regular fan or a choker fan, because those feel great. Those feel effortless on this thing, but like palm fans feel like a little bit more forced. I mean, I can do them, but it just doesn't feel as natural as, say, this does. Kind of hard for me to actually like get into a choker fan and then go into a palm fan. I just did it. But it just felt a little funny. It didn't feel bad. It just feels a little like unnatural to the balisong. And I believe that has something to do with this hair that is stuck inside of it. Cool. Oh, the perks of living with 3 women. This thing actually just feels like, the more I flip this thing, the better it feels to flip. If that makes sense. Okay, that was a pretty good feeling palm fan. Aerials feel really good. Fuck me. Aerials feel what the fuck? Aerials feel real good on this thing. They're, Jesus Christ. My flipping prowess are devolving at a rapid rate. What I was trying to say is that aerials feel really good on this balisong, and they're really easy to time. I just started doing that the other day. You just held it in like the open position, like kind of towards the ends, and you just kind of flick it like that and it ends up closed. It feels really cool. Twirls and rollovers all feel really good. They don't carry a lot of momentum, but there's a little bit there. And once you figure out how to throw that momentum around, these are like flowy tricks like rollovers and twirls and stuff like that. They all feel really good. Full twirls feel good. Let's see. Oh, kind of closed. Okay. That was weird, but I did it. Scissors feel really good on this thing. They're real easy to catch. Regular aerials to just a reverse catch feel very good as well. Parabolics are a little weird on this thing. You see these handles. Grab my V1 rep. When I do parabolics on it, wow, this thing feels really heavy now. But when I do parabolics on a regular balisong that I can't flip anymore. Oh, there's another hair. Yeah, that one's even longer. But yeah, when I do normal parabolics with a normal balisong, I kind of squeeze the handles for a second before I let go of it. That way it just gives it a little bit of a pop, and it just feels a little bit better. But I can't really do that on this balisong, because whenever I squeeze these handles at all, they just kind of touch, and it doesn't I mean, it kind of worked right there, but it doesn't really work that consistently at all, especially when I'm trying to do the longer one to catch it in reverse. The reverse parabolic feels great because I don't have to pinch that at all. It's just a little fling. But when I do a forward-facing parabolics like this, I like squeeze the handles for a sec, and it just doesn't really work on this balisong, unfortunately. That's one trick that this balisong doesn't really like. They make a point in that little pamphlet to point out how this thing is not supposed to bind or cinch up at all, but I'm almost positive one of my handles is binding up. It's probably that one. Yeah, this handle flows pretty freely. This one does not. Yeah. Yeah, that one does not have free swing, unfortunately, and I don't really want to try and fix that. It just is kind of making things feel a little bit more weird. I do have to be a little conscious of it. But, I mean, this thing is only 3 ounces, so it's not that hard to make this handle swing, even though it's binding up a little bit. Like, it'll still swing, and you can still do tricks, but I'm not going to lie, it is throwing things off just a little bit, which is a tad bit unfortunate, but what can you do? Oh, it still feels really good to flip, which I really like. I am getting really hot under these lights, and I almost did one of those parabolic. Let me see if I can do it. Maybe it is possible. Not really. I think that is another thing that's kind of messing up that parabolic, is just that one of these handles is binding up. Okay, yeah, I don't think this is gonna work. Yeah, it's not working. Not today, boys. Yeah, I actually quite like this thing, honestly. I don't know why I was talking so much shit about plastic balisongs before. And it's also really cool because it helps kids get into this hobby without there being like that weird morality, would you give a kid a knife to play with kind of thing. Because these are trainers, and this thing's like full plastic besides the pivots and these little weights here, which really can't hurt you that much. Like at worst, you could get pinched by it, but since it's plastic, it's probably not gonna hurt that bad at all. I think the one thing that would probably hold a parent back from getting this for their kid is honestly just that some of these little parts could be a choking hazard. Like this little weight up here, it's not hard. It's not that hard to take it out. Actually, let's see how it flips without that. Oh, that's different. Yeah, that is very handle bias. It comes with a bunch of different little screws. That's really clever, actually. I'm gonna have to show that. So we're taking these screws out of the handles. All right, now this is a fully plastic balisong. There are no weights in it. And hey, this is actually pretty fun. It's like the same balance as it was with all three of the weights in, but now it's just like really light, like really, really light. Woo, this actually feels good without any of the weights on there. Yeah, I really like this little like aerial closing thing that I learned the other day. That feels really good. And then turn it into a little line, shall we? I say that and I'm probably gonna mess it up. Almost messed it up. One of the things I actually quite like about this plastic balisong, while the handles are pretty rigid, the blade is not. It's really rigid when you try and push it like sideways, but this balisong is very twisty and turny and bendy, and and same like that on the tang. And that was one of the things that concerned me about plastic balisongs for a real long time, is that they probably bend really easily and break and snap really easily too. But at least FlippingFly seems to be trying to address those issues. So as you can see, this thing comes with all different kinds of screws, and I didn't know why at first, but once I thought for a second, I figured it out. They actually come in different lengths. So you see this length right here is the longest length, and it appears you get 2 sets of these, and then it appears you get a set that is a little bit shorter than that, and you get another set that's a little bit shorter than that, and to top it all off, you get one more set that's just a little bit shorter than that. So that's cool. I was really confused when they said that there was 12 different balance options on this balisong, but now I understand that because you can try all these different kinds of lengths, and that will affect the weight balance just a little bit. So I just want to give a big, stinky, overbearing, embarrassing shout out to FlippingFlys for sending this thing over. Definitely go follow these guys on Instagram and definitely check out some of their products, because this seems like a pretty neat new brand, and I really like this balisong. And I have been very pleasantly surprised with this balisong and just plastic balisongs in general now. But I shouldn't have been such a fool to not want to try something new, because now that I have tried something new, I actually ended up really liking it. But you know what? I'll humor you guys. Here, we'll do a quick sound test. Obviously, after that sound test, I think we can all agree that this is the nuttiest balisong that any of us have ever heard in our entire lives, and probably will ever hear for the rest of our lives as well. So that is going to conclude the review. Real quick, I want to give a big, juicy, wet, stinky thank you to Cosmic Steez, Yannick Kaminsky, A Horse Running, Jet, and Jan Chocolak. Those are the 5 current channel members. Their support really does mean a lot. But if you want to join these guys, get a shout out in my longer videos, and just help support the channel in a bigger way, then you can go down there, click the join button. Tiers start as low as $3. But if you don't want to join a membership, there's also the super thanks button down there. It's like a one-time tip jar kind of thing. Thank you guys so much for watching, especially if you made it this far. I really hope you enjoyed. Once again, if you did enjoy, let me know. Help out the engagement on this video by leaving a like, leave a comment, give me your thoughts and opinions, share the video around, make sure you're subscribed if you haven't already. We get closer to 17,000 every single day, and if you guys join in on that effort, we're gonna get there even faster. You can follow me on Instagram and on Threads at DenDenBMX, but I'm done being a tool. Shout out to FlippingFlys and the DragonFly. I really had fun with this review. Thank you guys once again so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.